and welcome to Sometimes in Shambles. My name is Melissa, and I'm the host of the show. Today is another Minisode, and I am going to be calling it Tarot and a Show. And basically, I'm here with Riana.
It's me.
Who is my friend and my coworker. And we're going to be reading tarot cards and talking about a show. And the show we're going to be talking about is
Pen
15! Because it's the hottest thing right now.
It really is. If you guys haven't watched it,
you're a loser. Yeah, so let's start.
Okay. Do you want to start with tarot?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also a beginner at tarot readings. I got this really cute kit from Amazon called Kawaii Tarot, if you guys want to look it up. The link is in my bio. Just kidding.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Subscribe,
please.
But, so this is very basic. And just like how I use tarot is just like thinking about my life and thinking about my intentions and kind of like the things I want to manifest. And sometimes I think about things specific, like a single person, like a dude I'm trying to date, or dating in general. Like it can go from specific to broad to like whatever you want. And so I have a question for you, I guess. If we're going to do a spread for you, what are you curious about, or what do you want to know, or what are you trying to manifest?
So in the past, we've done like just the three ones, and I kind of want to try something different.
Yeah.
Dating, because dating's always on my mind.
So you can still do the three. Like the three I typically do are like me and my friends do, because like we're all single and dating around. We'll do like me and then another person that we're like trying to date, and then the relationship, and like that's a 3-card spread. But you can do like past, present, future. You can do like problem, solution, outcome. You can do...
Let's do that one. So...
problem, cause, solution.
Problem, cause, solution.
So a problem, and then the cause of the problem, and then the solution to the problem.
Okay.
Or you can do strengths, weaknesses, advice. Stop, start, continue. Opportunities, challenges, outcome. Opportunity, obstacle, potential.
So, like, when you do those, do you think of a specific thing per, like, card?
No. You just think of these things as you're shuffling the cards.
Okay. But, like, I wouldn't, like, if it was, like, problem or whatever, I wouldn't think, like, problem as in, like, should I date right now? And just, like, be thinking about that.
You could if you wanted to.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay, so you shuffle these.
Okay, wait, what's the problem one?
So it's problem, cause, and solution.
Okay.
So shuffle that deck twice, and then lay them out, and then put the deck here, lay them out one by one.
Okay. Thinking about, like, each one as I pull.
You don't have to think about each one, just think about the general thing you're thinking about, like dating. So think about dating, and just, like,
okay, put
your energy towards that.
Okay.
This is an ASMR channel now.
No.
You thought you could.
Just twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then pull them babies out.
Okay. And then is it, like, so towards me?
So it doesn't matter. Just be consistent about how you pull them.
Okay. Can I pull them from anywhere? Or just the top?
People typically do the top, but also I've been talking to my friends lately and they do random, so I say do whatever you feel like you want to do.
Okay, I'm going to pull from the top.
Problem.
And then from the middle.
Cause.
And then from the bottom.
Solution. This is good. There are no reverse cards in your spread, which is good because reverse cards usually they don't mean bad. This is what it says. They generally represent an imbalance in energy of the cards. Which
the past 2 times that you've read my tarot cards, I've had not all, but most upside down ones.
Every time I've read for Allie, my best friend, they're upside down. And she's like, can we redo this?
You
These aren't
manifested this.
These aren't real. Okay,
so the first one.
Melissa pulled a 7 of Swords, a Page of Pentacles, and an 8 of Swords. So 7 of Swords is your problem.
Okay. And this is referring around dating.
Yeah. So 7 of Swords is your problem. Theft, hiding, deception.
Great. Off to a great start.
The 7 of Swords is a card of deceit and betrayal. This is not in an abstract sense, but rather usually signifies a single source of frustration. It can perhaps point to a person you are close to or forced to be in proximity with. The 7 of Swords is known as the Thief card. In a reading, the 7 of Swords warns you to be on your guard, especially against those who are trying to extract information from you. Is this like ringing any bells as I'm reading this?
Not really, but well, kind of in some sense, like in terms of dating, like it is frustrating and
true.
I mean, I don't know what information people are trying to
what do you know?
Extract from me, but
on the other hand, the 7 of Swords can represent your tendency to not do everything above board. You little shady girl. When you do something you know you shouldn't have and try to hide it, something will go wrong. Taking the best path is not always easy, but going behind people's backs will have consequences you do not want. In some cases, the 7 of Swords represents a necessity to steal. You may not be completely in the right by some definitions, but you may need to use a shrewd plan to circumvent ineffective bureaucracy. Beware though, although you may achieve your objectives, you may end up isolated. Don't do shady shit.
So don't try to steal your man.
Yeah, just stay away from my man. I don't have a man yet. Although I did have a good day last night. Okay, Page of Pentacles.
It's a little picture of a baby with a halo.
It's actually a bald man.
Well, how do you know? Because he has eyebrows?
Yes. Babies clearly do not have eyebrows. Okay, Page of Pentacles is the cause of this problem. Ambition, work ethic. Interesting. Coworkers. Thoughtfulness. Me, I'm your coworker. That's interesting.
Okay.
The Page of Pentacles is associated with a youthful person or energy in your life. Me. Someone or something introspective and conscientious. Wow. It's me. Someone or something introspective and conscientious. I'm really sorry. He loves hard work as he benefits from it both materially and emotionally. If you get this card in a reading, it may be a sign that focus and industriousness may benefit you in the near future. As a page card, the Page of Pentacles is about growing and expanding. This card asks you that you be clear about what you need to do to manifest wealth in your life. The Page of Pentacles loves asking thoughtful questions and has a deep desire to always learn. In some cases, the Page of Pentacles predicts a birth of a brown-haired baby. Oh, remember when Jessica... This card has a childlike energy that everyone can learn from, even masters. I'm just saying, I have brown hair.
Wait, but this is the cause of the problem. Okay.
So what I see here, if you get this card in a reading, it may be a sign that focus and industriousness may benefit you in the near future.
So you should probably work more at work and not come
Honestly,
talk to you as
much.
That
probably is the cause of the problem. Wait, think about it. We get together and girl talk too much instead of focusing on work.
True.
When we need to focus on work.
That's true.
Our brains are just in freaking La La Land. Boy, cray, cray. Okay, and then solution. Problem, cause, solution. 8 of Swords. This is actually cracking me up. 8 of Swords. Isolation.
Oh, shit!
Pain. Feeling trapped.
Isolation is one of my triggers.
I know. But also maybe we need to work separate from each other so we can stop.
I'm not trying to date.
I know.
I know.
But I do talk too much about dating with you.
Yeah,
and I think
it's true.
I think the people that sit around us hear too much.
I think so too.
8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords appears in a reading when you feel restricted in a difficult situation. You may feel isolated, trapped, and silenced. You are likely finding your options limited at every turn, causing rising frustration and anxiety. But note that the number 8 stands for strength. You still have inner strength to get past these troubles, and when you do, be ready to move. You may be experiencing what feels like an insurmountable problem. A job that's not going anywhere is one example. Wow. You're doing amazing, honestly.
I am done with my sprint this week, okay?
Yeah, you finished early. You may also be feeling alone in your struggle, either because you are not sharing your feelings with others or others have dismissed you. No.
No.
Saying everything in your life seems fine. Hold on, I'm choking. On the surface, it may all be fine, but what is bothering you seems impossible to escape. The Eight of Swords as a sword card reflects that you are trapped only by your perspective. The Eight of Swords represents a pain that one experiences all alone, feeling trapped and lost. The way out is the intellectual way, a logical way of thinking that makes no room for self-pity. Take honest stock of your situation. Remember that a way out is possible once you find clarity of thought. Here's my take on tarot, too. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I pull spreads and it's, like, creepily accurate. I mean, and you've seen it happen, like, at my house with some other friends. But even then, if it's not real, it doesn't matter because it has different points of thought and conversation that you don't normally think of day to day. Like, I don't think about
that's
this
what we were
stuff.
talking about the other night, too.
And so, like, even if it's not real, I think it's good because it just, like, meditative prompts. Like, it causes you to think of these things in your life, and then they're on your mind for however long until you do your next spread or whatever. I really like tarot. So what do you think about that spread? Thoughts?
I don't know. Every time we do it, I just feel confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so that was a lot.
It was. Sometimes it's easier to just do one card.
Or maybe it's just telling me to, like, focus on other things.
I think that's, like, the general theme of what I picked up from your spread. Is, I don't know. I mean, I think that's true of most things. Like, you don't want to spend you don't want to spend too much energy on one thing. Yeah. Other than staying true to yourself, I guess.
Yeah. But I think with dating right now, it's like, I'm not dating, but I'm not dating.
Yeah. Can I do one for myself?
Yes.
I'm just going to pull one for myself, and I'm also going to be thinking about dating because that's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm pretty content with everything in my life, and I'm not discontent with dating, but that's what I'm working on right now.
So are you going to be thinking about one specific person? Just dating in general?
I'm going to be thinking about dating for me.
Okay. And one card.
What's good for me? What's going to work? What I need to be looking for? You know? That was really loud and I'm really sorry.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay, everyone shut up while I'm shuffling so we can cut this out if we need to. I'm really good at this.
Everyone shut up.
Just kidding. I wasn't actually shushing you. That was not a good shuff. Okay, this is my card. I drew the King of Pentacles reversed in regards to my dating life. King of Pentacles reverse stands for irresponsibility, control, rigidity. Honestly, probably true. I
don't feel like you're irresponsible.
I'm
not
not irresponsible, but I'm irresponsible with my feelings, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I
because I know I get attached to dudes too easily. And it all has to do with, like, past male abandonment issues, etc. And I'm working through it. The King of Pentacles reverse indicates a tendency not to listen to others' needs or a rigid business strategy. It can mean you are being domineering with your family members or colleagues with well-meaning but unreasonable standards, like a boss who requires time logging because he does not trust his workers to do their jobs. If you get the reverse King of Pentacles in a reading, it's an indicator of imbalance. Because of the suit Pentacles, the solution to this imbalance has to do with day-to-day life. If you are feeling stuck or in a rut, you can begin to heal by turning off your technology and reconnecting with the world around you. A helpful exercise to balance the reverse King of Pentacles will be reviewing your bank statements. Honestly, true. It's funny because like the first 2 months of this year, I ignored looking at my bank account.
So the whole year?
At all. It's March. It's a new month.
But that's interesting what it said about, like, social media.
Yeah, taking a break from technology. I mean, like, okay, as a single person, I was literally saying this to my date last night. He's like, I don't have, like, any selfies on my phone. And I was like, listen, ever since I got divorced, I have a lot of selfies because as a single woman, I feel like I need to show men what I look like. And so, yes, I post an occasional picture of myself. It's not like selfie, like selfie.
Whole
but
body.
Yeah, I mean, you saw my Instagram stories today. Honestly, it's doing great.
It's doing great.
But
it's okay. My therapist told me to take a 30-day break from social media because my anxiety is so bad. I'm not doing it.
there are steps you can take before just cutting yourself off from that. Or you could even do like a 3-day social media.
3 hour.
That's like what I should be doing at work. I have really bad ADHD.
And then I get, like, if I get a message, then I look on all my friends on the side and see who's online. Like today, you and Clint and Stephanie we're online.
Like, what's going on?
I messaged Brandy. I was like, where is everyone?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
You killed me.
Brandy was the only one online.
Imagine if we could have
You were meeting
away messages on our Slack. Our professional Slack. And we do song lyrics like in Pen 15.
Baby Spice 666. Or what was it? I don't know.
Diaper 911.
Diaper 911. Now we're talking about Pen 15 for those of you who have not watched it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I don't know what my reading meant, so we can just move on. It's probably because I'm about to get a boyfriend. Really, I had such a good date last night. Like, it's not even funny. I hope he never hears this.
I hope you text him when the episode comes out.
Hey,
listen
baby.
to this.
Anyways.
I mean, yesterday, to people listening to this, is like a week.
Yeah, who
2
knows?
weeks. I don't know.
Like, all of the men I've been going on dates with are going to think that I think we're about to date. Okay, if you're listening to this, the keyword is Muppet Baby. You'll know what I mean. Oh my god.
I hope you talk about Muppet Babies on every single one of your dates.
No, that's why I know this was special. Okay, Pen 15.
Mm-hmm. Just, first of all, it's a show on Hulu. You can only watch it on Hulu.
If you guys need a Hulu login, DM me on Instagram if you're a hot man, and I will give you a hookup.
It's a show about 2 best friends, and they just started 7th grade, and it's just like their experience
being young teens, being 7th graders,
and young women.
Yeah. They're growing into their bodies.
If you're a boy, there's only 2 episodes that I think would make you uncomfortable. Episode 3 and the last one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but really, watching that show brings me back.
Me too.
Like, it's extremely relatable.
I have not laughed at a show like that since New Girl.
Same. I think it's seriously because they've finally made a show for women that's like, I don't know, there's shows out there that are totally relatable. But like, we've all experienced that stuff.
Yeah. What was your favorite episode?
I don't know if I have a favorite episode.
Or like favorite moments.
Yeah. So the AIM episode.
Okay. That's my favorite episode.
My best friend would come over to my house. I like remember the first time.
Okay, but did you have AIM or MSN?
I had AIM.
Oh,
and then I got
didn't.
this thing, I can't remember what it was called, but you could have all of them.
Oh.
At the same time.
Fancy.
Yeah, but that was like when I was older.
What was your username?
My first AIM screen name. I remember my dad sat down and like tried to set my stepbrother and I up with it, and I was like, okay, try like Angelfish, and it was like, no, and I was like, try Angelfish 5, and I like went down the line until I think it was like Angelfish 516 or something dumb like that. I remember Angelfish because I was like, I really like Angelfish.
I did not have AIM. I had MSN Messenger, and I do remember one time, I don't know why I felt like, because I would talk to boys like from school on it, and I guess this was more in high school, not junior high so much, but I remember one time my dad printed out a conversation I had with a boy.
God.
I don't know how he got on. He's just
God.
smart. And he like sat me down in the computer room. I remember like so clearly. And he was like, what does this mean? And it was like a lyric to a song or something.
Oh my god.
Like a Michelle Branch song or something. And I was like, it's a freaking song. And like, you know, when your face gets really hot, like that's like what was happening.
Yes.
And then I was just like telling him whatever, it's a song. And then he's like, I can tell when you're lying. When you look down to the right, that means you're lying. Or like, I don't know. And it just made me so nervous. I was like,
That's scary. Ah! Okay, that happened to me one time, but I was like older. I was like 16 or 17. And I can't remember how I made this friend. This dude, we were friends. I can't remember. There were like these Australian exchange students that came to my school, and they were so hot. And I think I like became friends with one of their friends or something. And we would like message each other, but it would like get like steamy, not like explicit, but like
like junior high stuff or high school stuff.
Yeah, still kind of dirty. Like I would feel uncomfortable if I saw someone like my daughter doing that when she's older. I like don't know why, because I was paranoid about this kind of stuff and like was on top of it, but I left the window open and my mom saw what we were talking about. It was like pretty bad. And she's like, "You're joking, right?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "That conversation you're having with that boy, you guys are totally joking, right?" And she's looking at me like suggesting that I say I'm joking or else. And I was like, "Yeah, totally joking, Mom." Oh my God. Totally. Like, we joke about that kind of stuff and it's funny. And I wanted to die. I never did it again.
I had a similar sort of situation of like as my MSN messaging situation where I was like texting a boy, whatever, and I was so paranoid about everything. And then I was so paranoid that like my parents could read my messages from like the phone bill, which I still to this day don't know if that's a real thing or not.
I think, okay, having listened to cold podcasts, I think you only can access phone records like that. I don't know if this is true.
Like texts.
But I think you only can in cases where you, like, there needs to be detective work done.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember this was happening with this guy. I was just like very paranoid, and then one time my dad called me into the living room and he like had the phone records in his hand, and I was like, wait. Oh my God, this is not happening to me. And I like wanted to pass out. I felt so scared, and it was just like a phone call that I made or something.
He's like, "This is too long."
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. It's happening. But it wasn't.
That's wild.
But I had a lot of paranoia around that kind of stuff. Even just MSN Messenger, like a guy that I like saying like, "Hey, we should go bowling," or like something like dumb. Yeah, I'm like, "Dad, I'm not doing it."
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
But yeah, I think that episode is the best. It's just such a good show.
Seriously. His Anna's little band crush, like the guy that likes her. Oh. I feel like we all had a dude like that in not elementary school. In middle school high. That was like into you, and it was like but he was just weird, ended up being so weird. Yeah, here's the thing that's hard for me about that show is that I never had guys that liked me.
I know,
except for like one. There was like one dude that was obsessed with me, and I had to like in my junior high head I had to be mean to him for him to stop talking to me, which
that's so sad.
Honestly, I don't use that tactic anymore. But I've thought about it. But I just relate to those girls so much. I was extremely awkward. But I feel like everybody watching is like, I was extremely awkward.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes the show so good is the way that they talk. Like, they don't talk like they're actors reading a script. Mm-hmm. Like, even, I remember there's one episode, the racist one, where Anna goes in the principal's office and she's like, "We need to do this." And she, like, literally messed up talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's exactly what would happen, like, because she's nervous talking to, like, an authority figure. And I just think that's what makes it really good.
Yeah, it's so good. The acting is, like, incredible, because they're two adult women, but they're playing teenagers, and I believe it the whole time I'm watching. I'm just watching two awkward teenage girls.
I didn't know that they were adults. The whole time I'm like, are they adults, or are they really kids? And, like, I'm just very confused. But, yeah, it's very believable.
It's so good. Such a good show. I like keep rewatching it. I'm not kidding. I'm on my second time.
Oh, why did Maya not tell Anna about her period?
I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Growing up, like, my mom and I were super close, and I like told her most everything, and like I was on vacation with my 3 best friends. Like, there were 4 of us. We like called ourselves the Sisterhood of the Traveling. I think there was a jean jacket or something, but we had this notebook and we'd send it to each other in the mail. One of our like best friends moved to Arizona, so we were on vacation at her house in Arizona, and I got my period and I panicked because I'm like, I can't tell them, but I had to, otherwise be a disaster.
Yeah.
It was my last day there, and I was like dreading telling them. I was dreading going home and telling my mom. I felt like I was gonna get in trouble or something. Like I was scared. I don't know. I
honestly don't remember.
Your first period.
I feel like I blocked it out. I think I remember in junior high, like when it happened, and I don't remember like what I did. I don't remember going home and telling my mom, but I do remember that my mom and my sister, they used the cardboard applicators, and that's like what I was like trying to use to figure out how to use a tampon. So painful. And I just remember like I would be like sitting on the couch or whatever, and I'm like, this hurts so bad. I don't understand how people do this. And my mom kept telling me like, it's not supposed to hurt. Like you shouldn't even feel it. And I was just like, what am I doing wrong? So then I was like, F these tampons, I'm not wearing them. So I wore pads. And then I remember we were coming back from girls camp, and I was on my period during girls camp, which is like great. Everyone loves that. And we were in the car because girls camp was like 2 hours away for us. So we were in the car. We stopped at a gas station. I was like, does anyone have a pad? And everyone's like, no, but we all have tampons. And I was like, I can't use tampons. And so then my friend Kayleen, who listens to this podcast, we went into the bathroom. So she was like standing outside the stall and like explaining to me like how to use a tampon. And it was a plastic applicator, and it like went in so easily. I didn't feel it at all. Then I made my mom buy plastic applicator tampons.
Dude, my aunt, when she had her period on the day of like this big pool party when she was a teenager, and she'd never worn a tampon before, but she wanted to go, she wanted to swim, and she didn't know how to use a tampon, and she put the whole thing in. The whole like applicator included.
What about the like
I don't know.
What?
But
how'd she get it out?
I don't know. But that is like my favorite story.
Another thing that reminded me of was in the last episode when Anna and Maya are in the bathtub. That's when I thought that Anna was going to find out she was on her period, because I didn't know that she actually used the tampon, because she like the janitor gives her the tampon and then they're in the bathtub shaving their legs, and I thought she was going to like start bleeding in the bathtub. Oh
my gosh.
But nothing happened. And I was like, oh, I guess she like figured out how to use the tampon. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also wonder if Maya didn't tell Anna, because you know how they have the thing like we have to do everything together.
That's kind of what I was thinking maybe
like
too.
Waiting for that to happen.
But then I think Anna will be more mad
about
like if Anna's
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. They're probably gonna have more seasons, right?
I hope so.
I really hope so.
I hope all the way till when they graduate high school
and they go to college. Oh my god.
The one thing that was not relatable to me though was the smoking episode, or the garage one. It's called Miranda.
My friends and I never wanted to smoke cigarettes, but we totally wanted to smoke weed, and that was like the thing.
I never wanted to do any of that. Like I wasn't even aware of parties that were like happening in junior and in junior high. No,
I guess. Oh, I did have friends. I had friends that started smoking weed in 6th grade.
Wow,
which is crazy. I remember I was at a party one time, someone's birthday party. And there was nothing going on, but this dude's like, let's go Google stuff. And we're like, okay. And so it's like a group of like 15, 13-year-olds sitting on the computer while he's Googling bong.
Oh my god.
And hookah and joint. And we're like, whoa.
Honestly, I don't even think I knew what any of that stuff was in junior high.
I knew it all because I was pretty close with some people that were heavily into
yeah, I guess I was like friends with a lot of skater boys.
Oh, okay. Odd flex, but
I'll name them all for you. I think one of them listens, maybe.
Chad. Joey.
No.
What are skater names?
None of their names are skater.
Tony.
Christian.
Hawk.
Christian is probably the most skater name. There were 2 of them.
And Josh.
Armando. Armando is actually like one of my good friends from 2nd grade that I had all the way like through high school.
I love that.
Yeah, there was like a big group of them.
Do you have any friends that you like grew up with, like Maya and Anna, that you're still best friends with?
Yeah, well, the people that I talk to now from high school, I'm not friends with anybody that I like from like 1st grade or whatever. So Lexi we became best friends in junior high, and we were seriously like Maya and Anna, like did everything together.
Yeah.
And we were like best friends all through high school. She listens to this podcast. She's my number one supporter.
Lexi.
But then, you know, like, we kind of just, like, grew apart in college. She went to school in Oregon and then grad school in California. And so we just, like, had this space of a couple years that we didn't really talk. Like, we texted maybe every once in a while, like, when we were going home or stuff like that. But now I saw her, like, when she got married in August. And now we, like, text like a lot.
That's super fun.
Yeah, like rekindled that. And then in high school, this girl Megan, who was one of Lexi's best friends, but I was never like super close to her or anything. Now she's like one of my best friends after high school. So, but nobody like from really young. What about you?
Yeah, this show makes me think of two friends also. So like chronologically, like I had a best friend, Caitlin. She's still really close to me, and I love her so much. But she and I, again, did everything together, and we would do the most awkward shit. Like, she was there with me in 5th grade when I stuffed my bra to get my crush's attention, but I literally stuffed my bra by taking a sock and rolling it. Like a hot dog. And then putting it in a training bra. So it was just like a tube on my chest.
Oh my gosh, did it work?
No, I was under my desk like doing it, and then I put my chest up, and she's like, Riana, don't, and like did like the throat cutting thing, and like I went under and like took it out.
Oh my gosh,
she's a real one, Caitlin. If you're hearing this, you're a real one. You bad bitch. I love you. But we did like the most awkward shit together, and we would like always talk about boys and like. I remember, like, we would try to straighten my hair, but we both had, like, shitty straighteners, and so my hair would be, like half straight, but, like, really frizzy.
Yeah, like, wavy almost.
I felt like when Maya gets in the car, and Anna's like, oh my god, your hair looks so hot. Caitlin would always be like, you look so good.
Nuh-uh. Are you serious? Yes. Are you serious?
Literally, it was like that. And then my best friend, Emily. So I'm, like, still in contact with Caitlin today. And I love her so much. And then my best friend, Emily, I, like, moved schools. And in 6th grade, I became friends with Emily. And we're still best friends today. We talk every day. And, again, we did everything together. We've done the most awkward shit. I would do the thing. My mom didn't let me have a phone. And also, we were poor. And also, was grounded all the time. So, I never had a phone. I would do the thing. This was in sophomore year of high school. I would do the thing where I would text my crush from my friend's phone. I would, like, text, like, Walker. He was, like, my big crush throughout all of high school.
Walker. That's a hot name.
He was so cute. I love him. He's such a good person. But I would text him and be like, hey, what's up? He's like, who is this?
What's up?
I'm like,
must be you and me.
I'm like, it's Riana on Emily's phone.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, it's so bad. Yeah.
That's so
Anyways.
funny.
That show, like, just brings me back to times
like,
with those two friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I would go over to Lexi's house and we would, like, the first thing we do is get on MSN.
Yes. We sit there, like, you know, when they fight about who's been on longer,
yeah.
like, we would do the same thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, junior high was, like, the worst but the best time.
True.
Looking back on it now.
True. Yeah, never would want to do that again, but...
Yeah, no, thank you.
A good time.
But thank you. Next. Okay, well, first episode of Tarot in a Show. Let me know if you guys liked this episode. You can follow me on Instagram at Sometimes in Shambles and on Twitter at ShamblesPod, Pod. And then you can email me at sometimesinshambles@gmail.com. Also, review my show, please, because it really helps me a lot. I got a couple reviews this last week, and I went from number 300 on the charts to number 230.
That's amazing.
So it helped me a ton. So please write a review for me on Apple Podcasts or anywhere that you can write a review. Thank you, Riana. Riana's going to be on a couple of episodes, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to be a rerecurring character on this show.
Reoccurring. She's a supporting actress.
Okay.
But yeah, do you want people to follow you on social media?
Sure, guys. Follow me on Instagram at badgirlriri. It's BADGYRLRIRI. Like Rihanna, but GYRL.
She's a real bad bitch.
That's right.
And her Twitter. Just kidding.
If you guys want to, I'll let you. It's at Rianus. Don't say I didn't warn you, though. It's pretty bad.
If you are a coworker or a boss of Riana.
Do not! Oh my god. Not even kidding. The old executive VP of marketing follows me on Twitter and followed me on Twitter.
What'd you do?
When I worked there? Oh, I still tweeted my shit.
Oh, he still follows you.
He would sometimes reply to my tweets.
Oh my god.
But, like, the tame ones, he, like, doesn't interact with my tweets anymore. He probably muted me, which I'm really thankful for.
Yeah.
Sean, if you're listening to this, you're still
What's
my dude.
up?
Anyways.
Okay, yes. So, thank you for listening. Bye!
Bye!
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sometimes in Shambles. The intro music was done by my friend Lucas Cathy, and the artwork was done by me, myself, Melissa. If you liked this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.